Please welcome to Alex.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to be honest with you guys. I was deathly afraid of this project, and I have been putting off After Effects for a really long time now because I have wanted to learn it, and I just have been, it's really intimidating. So, just before I get into this, I wanted to talk about kind of my learning ethic with this. So, basically what I did was I kind of wanted to try a hands-on approach with learning. So, I watched the video and I took notes on my phone, and then I shot an edit and I tried to edit without looking at the video, without referencing it. So let's get into the cool stuff. So if you hadn't used After Effects before, you can make a new composition and it shows up right there, and you have a bunch of different videos you can put in there and all the different layers, and you have some basic effects you can use up there. So one of the basic effects I used in my videos was a blur. So I put a blur on the video down there, and now I'm going to use a null object to track some motion. So you can select the video clip, which is one at the very bottom down there. You can select the video clip and track motion, and then the target that you're going to want to hit is the null object. So the null object, it's basically the square where it tracks the motion of pixels inside of it. So you can see, you want to try and choose a point like one of these leaves on these rocks over here that has high contrast so that the program can pick it up. So what I did was I tracked the motion of one of those leaves throughout the video, and I pinned it to some text.
Is Alex cool?
It's not out of it.
That's good.
Alright. So that was my first one. So that was just basic motion, right? So that was one of the cool things you can do with null objects. Now the second one, which is a lot more interesting, I think, that you cannot do in Premiere, is scale. So the second thing that you do now is next time you use a null object, you want to hit position and scale when you're tracking it. And you want to be tracking it to the null object, right? So what you want to be trying to do is you want to be hitting 2 points that have high contrast. I mean, this is all white, so I had some trouble doing this. And you want to make sure that they're kind of on the same plane plane, so that when it can detect size the correct way, right? A lot of times with some photos or some videos, I mean, you're gonna have trouble tracking it completely perfectly. There might be some jumping around and stuttering. So what I did was I deleted some keyframes in the middle so that I could get rid of that stuttering, and it turned out to be a little bit smoother. So that's just something you guys can do if you wanted to try this. Alright, so that was that was the title with scale right there. And I just want to say that I didn't shoot these myself. I actually I used stock footage, because getting really smooth footage like that is really hard, and that's important with the scale one, because what it does to detect scale is it detects the distance between the 2 points, and if you're shaking, it doesn't detect it properly and it looks really bad. So you want to try and get smooth footage if you're ever going to do null object tracking with footage. You want to get smooth footage. So my last one, I pinned a Pikachu to my hand, and I moved my hand around. And you can do this with titles as well. So in this one, I experimented with pinning 2 objects to my hand to see what it looked like. So a lot of this, by the way, has motion blur. So I ended up having to do a lot of the keyframing by hand, which is a real pain. But the benefit to doing this in After Effects is the computer can help you along with some of it. Alright, so I have to click again. So thanks for watching. We have a stretch Pikachu waiting for you. Yeah, it was really fun working on this project, and I hope to do more. more stuff with this.
Any comments, questions?
This is almost verbatim the lessons that I will be giving to film seniors next year. Almost exactly. It's I'm really quite impressed.
Yeah. All right.